everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
And it's time once again
to recommend things.
Today we recommend Heineken.
You should check it out. We are proposing a post for our 500 subscribers. Cap?
Vince?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Vince, what do you recommend today?
I'm recommending the movie Death Wish, starring Charles Bronson. It's a pretty good movie. Came out in the 70s, I do believe. And this one's widescreen. Anyway, thought that was funny. It has a cameo, brief cameo by Jeff Goldblum as a rapist, you know, his usual role.
Wow. I'm going to go out and Netflix it right now.
And it's a surprisingly decent film. I actually had the chance to see this in one of my film courses, so that tells you how people regard this movie and its portrayal of violence. It's about a vigilante, Charles Bronson, whose family is, well, his wife and daughter are raped. One killed, the other one put in an asylum. And it's really dark and
raped by Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. I mean, if you were raped by Jeff Goldblum, wouldn't you be put in an asylum? I mean, come on. The Fly is out to get me.
I'm sorry. That's funny to me. I don't know why.
One of his earlier roles. Rape is never funny. You should not laugh
at that. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Jeff Goldblum. Anyway.
Yes, indeed. But it's a very rough-looking movie. It's not something that's exactly pretty, but then again, I suppose the idea behind vigilantism is it's not pretty. And the interesting thing here is that this movie is based on a book, and the book is, well, it's called Death Wish, and it's supposed to be a vigilantism is bad type of book. So then you watch this movie, and you realize that these guys had an entirely different goal than what was in the book. Because Charles Bronson is the hero, and at no point in this movie is what he is doing ever considered to be wrong. So it's interesting. And there's actually, historically, a guy became known as the Death Wish Killer or something to that effect. I forget the exact name or terminology that they used for him. But he grew famous for killing a guy in a bus stop who was doing, or at a train station, for committing a crime. He just up and killed some guys. And now I think there might even be some controversy over that, being that he shouldn't have killed those guys because they really weren't doing anything wrong. You look it up. It's interesting to read about. I read about it a year or two ago. And this movie had some cultural backlash. That's my point of telling you that story. And it has 3-4 sequels somewhere in there, only 2 of which are enjoyable and none of which are good. So, you know, watch those at your own risk. But this movie is really interesting. It's not something you want to watch with the family. And it's politically odd because the main character, Charles Bronson, starts off as a bleeding heart liberal who has gun training for whatever reason. And
okay.
And it's kind of funny. It's a little absurd. But he becomes a vigilante, so he has the exact 180. It's really interesting to watch. I highly recommend it. And it even says on the front, the original vigilante. Well, I highly doubt that, but, you know, take it as you will. It's a good movie.
Today, I too am going to recommend a DVD that you may or may not have heard of, probably have, but I'm going to recommend Stranger Than Fiction, which I'm recommending because this is absolutely the only Will Ferrell movie I like.
Not even Elf?
It's the only one. Elf was okay. It was kind of fun. But this is really good. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, okay, you should. This is starring Will Ferrell and Maggie Gyllenhaal, which are both people I don't like. And they're both really good in this, which is the thing that's impressive to me and the reason that I'm recommending it. And a lot of this is to make the point that sometimes I find myself not liking actors, not because they're not good actors, but because of how they get typecast and what they get put in. And this is one of those things where I got proven wrong. Because I had a friend who said, Captain Logan, you have to watch this movie. And I'm like, I don't want to. It's Will Ferrell. I'm not going to watch it. He's like, no, really, you have to watch this. So he gave it to me and told me to watch it, and I didn't. And it's not one of my favorite movies. It's great. It's about a guy who is fictional, but not fictional. He's being written by somebody who's writing a book, and he starts hearing the narrator of the book that he's in as he's doing things. So he's brushing his teeth, and then he's hearing this female British voice saying, and he's brushing his teeth now. He's like, what? And it freaks him out. And then as the movie progresses, you actually meet the author who's writing the book. No, there's no voice. No, there's not. There's no voice happening right now. That's a ceiling fan.
Oh.
Anyway,
I
and
thought
then
it was a guy going. Wow, wow,
then
wow,
we
wow.
meet the author, who is played by Emma Thompson, who I always like, and I mean she's really good, and so we discover that she's writing this character and can't figure out how to kill him. She knows he has to die, but she can't figure out the right way to kill him. And a lot of the movie is about him discovering that he's going to have to die because his author said so, and he has to deal with that. And a lot of the reason I like it is because Vince and I both went to school for writing. We both studied narrative, and this movie is very much about the history and trends of narrative. And the main character in the movie has to kind of study narrative to figure out what's happening to him and why it's happening to him. I just love that. It's very clever. It's very funny. And it's not funny in the normal Will Ferrell way. It's very clever. It's not funny. It's so good. Anyway, so if you've not seen this movie, check it out. Because I was very surprised. And it came out in 2007. It's very recent. I was just very surprised by it. So that's what I recommend.
Cool.
Yes, indeed. Thanks a lot for watching us recommend things. We'll recommend something for you once again next week. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
See you later.